Alright, maybe we get this to work. Okay. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I hope we're trying to get things to work here. I don't know if it'll work though. Because part of it looks like the camera doesn't want to work. And some parts of the camera work. And I'm trying to figure out which camera works. And I don't know. Let's see. Let's change. See, that's always the part about taking a break that can be a very bad thing. You never, ever, ever, ever know what's going to happen when you take a break and then you come back and then you're like, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Okay, I think, okay, we got to figure it out. See, I'm always late to stuff. Especially today, I forgot exactly what the hell I was doing, where I was going, what we were trying to accomplish. You know, the usual kind of stuff that I do. Okay, let's. So we are back. StarRupture. No. There has not been any update on an update. Just that we're going to do an update. I don't know when we're going to do an update. Don't know how we're going to do an update. But there's going to be an update. And so, yeah, got no freaking idea what is what in any form or fashion. So today, let's see if I got some game sound. I probably don't have a lot of game sound, do I? I got a little bit of game sound. I think there's some game sound. Okay, what the hell? We were out for just a little bit doing a surgery. We had to get a hernia fixed, and so that took me out for a little bit. So I've been dealing with that, and now I'm back. Now we're back. Now we're back doing our thing, whatever our thing is here. StarRupture, and then 7 Days to Die will be tonight. What the hell? So I didn't pay attention to what I was doing in this game when we were doing it. So I guess now I need to look and figure out what we're doing. Liquid helium. Liquid helium. Do we have it unlocked? A turbine. I know we can do turbines. We're doing pressurized helium? Probably. Probably not doing pumps. Lenses, electromagnetic coils, turbines, and liquid helium. Okay, so we kind of need to refamiliarize ourselves. Are we about to hit a... Yeah, we've got a... we have the rupture coming here, so we're going to have to sort that out. Wave warning. Okay, we don't have any... We need some more ammo. Ooh, Casey! Welcome. Alright, well, we get to enjoy a wonderful rupture and StarRupture. So, yay! Over here, up here. Casey, I'm doing good. I have a new style belly button, thanks to my hernia surgery. So there is that. And literally, it looks like Mike Tyson punched me in the stomach because everything is completely bruised. black and blue and yellow and all the colors of the rainbow. But we're good. We're good. We really are good. It's getting better. Literally every day it feels better. So yeah, we got that handled, which I'm very, very, very happy for. Buzz Light. I'm good. I am so much better. I'm so happy to be back right now. I'm so happy. I missed you guys. I really did. I missed you guys a lot. Yeah, that surgery took it out of me. Really did. I was down. I was down. But like not in a bad way. Just have to be. It's like I've had my shoulder done like 3 times, and that hasn't been too horribly bad. Like I had my shoulder surgery done one day, and then like the next day I had my hand on the desk and I was moving my mouse, and so I was right back to it. But when you deal with like the core muscles and stuff, man, you got to be so much more careful when you move and you do that kind of stuff, that like just trying to roll over is like a whole different you're trying to like use your arms and throw your leg over, and it's a whole different deal. But now it's all fixed, and we're all good, and every day has been just a little bit better, rocking and rolling. So yeah, so now I'm back, and we're good, and as you can see, running my mouth, and I was really hoping though, while I was gone and not playing, that these guys would drop the update for this game, and when I came back, we could do cool stuff, like put in the zip lines and things like that. And yeah, unfortunately not. All right, pressurized heal. We need to go find out what we're doing. I should have took notes. I should have wrote stuff down and been like, okay, this is what we were working on. But I didn't, so as usual. Oh, I'm so glad, Casey. Thank you so much. Buzz, thank you as well. I really appreciate it, guys. But no, yeah. What are we doing? Okay, so we are sending off Jay Houston. Welcome. Okay, so we're sending off. This isn't pressurized helium, right? This is pressurized helium. Okay, so we need liquid helium. We're shooting off a ton of pressurized helium. I know, squirrel, right? This is a surprise. Me? Never. All right, Casey, we'll see you when you get back. Okay, so we are pumping out a whole bunch of the pressurized helium because that was a big one that we had to do. I got a wackadoodle base sitting all the way up high like this. Godric Gaming, welcome. Why do I have it sitting up so high like that? See, you take a break and then you totally forget about what the hell you were doing. This right now, what I'm experiencing right now is like the total antithesis of playing video games. You start playing a game, you get a ways into the game, and then you come back and you're like, what the hell was I doing? What quest was I on? Where was I at? You just can't freaking remember. Where is this? Up on the hill? This is up on the hill. All right, so we needed not pressurized helium. What is it for liquid helium, right? It was liquid helium? Liquid helium. Okay, so what do we need for the recipe for liquid helium? Compounder? Okay, so we need to get hardening agent. So hardening agent's what we need. We need 600 in order to make the liquid helium. Mega press. What do we have here for the mega press? We don't have anything. Yeah, we don't even have any super magnets, and then we got to make turbines. Okay, so we need hardening agent. Ooh, yeah, hardening agents and synthetic resins. Okay. Let's go find... Obviously, we're doing pressurized helium, electromagnetic coil, lenses, turbines, and liquid helium. So between liquid helium and turbines should be something we should be able to sort out today. Should be able to, I say. Let's see. Okay, what bases do we have? We have an unnamed one. We have a helium base, a wolfram base, calcite base. Okay, calcite base might be the one. I have to remember which ones I was in. Okay. Yes. Okay. I think I remember. So this one, we had plenty of calcite, and then we were making electronics. Okay, and then we were sending the electronics up here. This is just the part where you have to. This game really needs better batteries, right? Look at all those batteries. Oh my goodness. This is where the game needs way better like notes that you can put on the map itself. And again, no update, so I have no idea what the hell they're going to do. Okay, we have plenty of batteries, which is great. We need hardening agent, though. So are we making hardening agent? We have chemicals. Okay. Is it the compounder? No, we can do it right. We do it right here. Okay, so applicator, synthetic silicon, and sulfuric acid. So we're making plenty of acid. Synthetic silicone, obviously we're making. So where are we making applicators? Where are we making glass? That's probably the better question. We make a glass somewhere. Let's go over here and look. Let's go look. Okay. This has got to be ceramics. Good job, James. Ceramics it is. Woo, Mickey, welcome. Got to find the glass. The glass is the key. Where is the glass? Okay, so we've got plenty of powder. All right, we're getting closer. Getting closer. Ugh. And we've got plenty of wire. So we've got powder and wire. All right, that's a power. Can we get it? Oh, look at that. Look at that we did. I should just put a bridge right there. Okay, we got rotors and we've got stabilizers. Okay, what are we making over here? Rotors, stabilizers, and nozzles. Impellers. My bad. Impellers. Okay, so not here. Not here. Where in the world are we going and where is it? Okay, I know it's, let's see. Oh, hey, we have a whole base with glass. Look at that. No way. Okay. Oh, okay. What? We had something we were making here. We were doing hardening agent here. All right. We found it. Oh, okay. All right. So we are bringing in the sulfur from there. And then we needed applicators and synthetic silicon. So, were we flying in the synthetic silicon? Is that what we were going to do? Because I know we're not making it over here. I know we were making applicators down here, though. So, these bases are getting so big. So big. They're all over the place at this point. All over the place. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think we were going to fly in. I think I was going to fly in everything else. Yeah. Because in synthetic silicone, we have a whole base, if I'm not mistaken, that is making synthetic silicon, and that we were going to fly in. And we have applicators here. I think one of the things that we discovered here One of the things we discovered here is that we were not able to make enough applicators fast enough, and we were going to have to do some changes. But that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna roll with it for now, and we're gonna put in. I think I have what I need. A dispatch. Yep. This is in the middle. See, I hate that I have to do that. That's so wonky. Okay. Crimson Draken, welcome. How are you doing today? Why is that not lined up? Okay, that's in the middle, right? If I take that off, no, that goes in the middle, but it's just offset. Okay, okay. Woo! I am actually been feeling pretty good. Every day after the surgery has been just a little bit better. I got a wackadoodle black and blue looking belly button now, but no, it's all good. It's healing up really well, and man, I've been feel really good today. But like I said, every day has been a little bit better. Shoot, we're not even a week until tomorrow, so yeah. No, I had some great. I got it all taken care of at the Air Force Academy, and they had just had a remodeled. They just had a remodeled surgical center at the Air Force Academy. Super nice place. Super nice place. And the all the doctors and the nurses and all that business, man, they were freaking super cool. Super freaking cool. Yeah, man, they rolled me right in there and were like, "Yep, here's what we're gonna do." My doctor was he was so funny. The dude was hilarious, man. He's like he was a man of very little words. He's like, "All right, so we're gonna do this belly button hernia." I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "All right, I'll see you in there." that was it. He was not talking a lot about it, and went right in there, and I was out, and yeah, no, I was headed home in a little bit and done. Yeah, it was freaking. No, all of them were great people. They were all great people. Took real good care of me, made it nice and quick and easy, and I was off and at home and in bed pretty quick, and it's been a little rough at night when I like try to roll over, because I'm not one of those people who just like, you know, when you go to sleep you stay in the exact place all night long. That's not me. I flippity flop and roll over, and of course, you know, I got 80-pound Great Pyrenees who, you know, he has to have his space in the bed as well, and so he'll come, you know, land on me and do his thing, and so I roll around a lot, and that's really been the only thing that has been my biggest trouble at night, is the sleeping. It's just the trying to get comfortable when you roll, you know, when I roll over and stuff. And but every night has been easier. Last night was barely a problem at all, and so it's good. Right now, it's just the it's the amount of bruising on my freaking belly, and the and of course they shave, you know, for a hernia. I mean, like any surgery, they shave, but you know, if you've got any hair on your belly and they shave it, you know, it goes to work to grow back, and as it grows back, well, it's prickly. So like every time I move right now, my shirt is like grabbing Velcro. I'm like, I was almost tempted this morning to just go ahead and shave my belly again and be like, I don't know. And then I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Let's see. What are we doing here? Hardening agent, right? Okay, let's since they limit your number of characters. Okay, we got applicators, right? And then we got to go find the synthetic silicons. So we need another one of these, and it's going to set off the heat for this place. Oh, no, it's just on the other side of the line. Nice! That works for me. Okay. But, yeah. No, it was pretty easy procedure. Everybody was really great and pretty much in and out. But, you know, I guess for the first time, you know, those videos, my wife was telling me those videos you see of like kids coming out of getting their wisdom teeth done on anesthesia. Apparently they had me pretty freaking high when I came out of the surgery, and my wife said, yeah, no, you were saying some shit that she was like, I was concerned. so I got to be a little bit careful. But yeah, no, I guess I was quoting movies and video games, and yeah. Silico. Okay. All right. So we got to go to the other two bases and send stuff here. And here's Spookly the Friendly Ghost. I missed you coming in the room. Welcome. Okay. So we got to go applicators, and then we got to flitter ourselves to the synthetic silicon base and start shooting that stuff over. Now, then it's just been, since last Wednesday, it's just, well, actually, the surgery was supposed to be on Wednesday. We're not even, wow, actually, I'm going a lot faster than I thought I was. The surgery was supposed to be on Wednesday, and then they called me and said, hey, can we move it to Thursday? And so then we moved to Thursday, and so I actually had it done on Thursday. Yeah. So we're not even there. Oops. Nope. You need to go. No, change the location. I need you to go applicator there. That's where you need to go. Whew. That was close. All right, we need to run back to the main base, though, because we need some... do we not have... We don't have a teleport thing here, do we? No, we don't. The closest one is at the glass. Dang it. Yeah, so it was on. We did it on Thursday. Wow. Okay. No, I'm actually doing really well healing up. Good deal. I'm super excited, though. I'm just glad that the downside, the downside about the whole thing is they're like, yeah, because it's a hernia repair, you literally can't do anything for 6 weeks. Like nothing greater than 5 pounds. Nothing for at least 6 weeks. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And that part kind of sucks. But I understand it. I mean, it's your core muscle group. You don't want to damage it. You don't want to tear it up. So I get it. But like 6 weeks? Really? I don't have patience for 6 weeks. As if y'all couldn't tell. Okay, we need to make some more intermediate building material. All right. Yeah, we don't have enough intermediate building material. So just some at-home therapy. Big Matt, welcome. Yes, this game is absolutely freaking fantastic. If you were even thinking about it, get it. You will not be disappointed in this game. Yes, it is early access, okay? And right now, they have not done any updates whatsoever. No quality of life updates, no content updates, nothing. So just know going into it. Now, they do have a really big update planned, but they're still not telling us when. So um, just know that going into it, that there are a few things that can be a little irritating in the game, but they're not. None of them are game breaking. There's quite a bit of story there, and there is an absolute banger ton of content just as an early access. So if it looks interesting, you think you like these kind of games and you'd be interested in it, I'm 100% go get it. You won't be disappointed in any way whatsoever with getting this game. Not at all. And it's only going to get better. I mean, the stuff that they've got coming is all stuff that, people have brought up. They are active on their Discord, and they do listen when people are saying, hey, do this or do that. We want this or we want that. They're absolutely get it. You won't be disappointed. This is a fantastic game. And again, it's only going to get better. Okay, so we needed glass and we needed inductors, right? I don't have any there. I have 8 inductors. Yeah, okay, we need to base hop here. Absolutely worth it. Therapy. So just some at-home therapy, really. Core strength, stretching and working out kind of stuff. Not the kind of therapy that you might consider for, say, a knee or a shoulder or a back or something like that. Just some basic rebuild some core muscle group stuff. But again, mine was an umbilical. Let's see, F, right? Yeah, mine was an umbilical hernia. So where they went in wasn't like some people's, where the hernia breaks through the actual wall. It kind of slid through where the umbilical is, and so the repair was was a lot easier than, say, what some other people might have to go through or deal with. So my recovery for it would be is going to be a whole lot less than what somebody who had it break out through the abdominal wall might actually have to go through. Okay. Whoopsie. Okay, let's reorganize, because we got to do that always. All right, then we need to go synthetic silicon base and shoot that stuff over here. Recovery should be really easy. They're like, you can't do do not do anything until the 6 weeks are up. So that's the hard part. Okay, the calcite base is back by us. Hang on, let me look. We should have a base over here. What is this? This is the one I want to come to. Because we did this, and we did this nice big fat base over here. But what is this base called? I guess we're going to have to find out. Let's just try the generic. Maybe the generic, I forgot to name it. I think this is it. All right. What all are we making here? First off, this is the one we built coming down the freaking hill. The one that looks just a little bit wonky. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, what all we are building? Okay, we built. What did we make here? Ah, the ton of synthetic silicon. Look at that. Look at all of this. All right, now we got to ship it out, right? Yep. Okay. And now we need this to go to here. Got it. And then we need to take this and do that and select that one. All right. All right. Hardening agent should be getting made now. So yay. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of good stuff. All right, let's run. Let's find our way back up the hill here. And our floating freaking base here. Okay. All right, so that's going to get hardening agent, which I believe then goes to liquid helium, lens, electromagnetic coil, pressurized helium, turbines. Okay, we need to figure out, let's just first look at the compounder. That'll make liquid helium. Okay, so we're going to need that. Now we need to find a mega press and the turbine. We can make turbines. So we're making all of this stuff. Just the question is where is the turbine going? Oh, okay. Let's do a Jason, welcome. And I am the one, the internet. All right. Let's take a peek at this massive base. Okay, this is synthetic silicon right here that we've got going on. Let me select something that's not in the way. Okay, so we are the farthest east. Yeah, the farthest east you can go on the map. And there is 4 nodes here. 2 of them are pure, and then the other 2 are just normal. So you can set it up with 12 and 12, all right? And so you bring down 12, and you have to turn them into silicon sheet, or, well, so for these, you can tell by the color and the look at the top of them. See how bright white these are right here? Those top 2 are super bright white. So that tells me when it comes to the calcite that those are going to be pure. These are the next set down, and finish the save. There we go. The next set down are not quite as white, but they, if you look at them, they're like just a little dirty. And then the poor ones, they literally just look like shit. That's kind of how you tell. They're supposed to be fixing some of it because things like the wolfram are really hard to tell the quality difference. And they need to fix these just a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so when you're trying to do synthetic silicon, it takes several things. One, you've got to bring the calcite down, and half of this is set to become calcium powder, and the other half becomes calcium sheets. Those calcium sheets mix with, and I'm bringing in calcium, or I'm bringing in wolfram wire. So the sheets and the wolfram wire, they make ceramics. Okay. And then you take your powder, the ceramics, and you're going to mix all of that along with the helium that I'm bringing in to make synthetic silicon. So again, we are the farthest over east that you can get on the map at the moment. Okay. And there's these 4 nodes right here. And they're 24 a second, I believe, is what we can pump out of calcium or calcite. In one side, you just send the calcite, you turn it into everything you have to turn into blocks. So we just built it. Basically, we just built all the furnaces or the smelters up on the hill to turn it into blocks and brought it down. And then we take half the blocks and we make powder, and half the blocks we send through fabricators to make sheets, and then we marry up the sheets with the wire to make ceramics, and then we run the powder, the ceramics, and the helium all together to then send into furnaces to make synthetic silicon. And this spot over here, honestly, I have found to be the best spot. So I'll take it off of here and I'll show you on the map. So we come all the way out. You start all the way over here, okay? You have to go all the way east, almost southeast, to get all the way down here to where this is at. And you've got these calcite, then you've got these 3 helium, and as you work your way north, okay, spored rock, and you're going to come around this piece, and up here is close to my opinion, probably the largest wolfram of the highest amount of quality in the map. You've got two pures, and you can tell also from the map by how bright it is. So those are pures. These right here are regulars, and that's an impure. Looking at it on the ground, it's a little hard to tell. But yeah, and then so this right here is a ton of wolfram that you can turn into powder and wire right there. And so I fly the wire from here over to this base. All my calcite items are made here. Make my ceramics, and I just bus over the helium. And I can make everything for synthetic silicon here. And I'm pumping out... Woo, let's go do the count. I don't even think I've done the official count yet of how much synthetic silicon I can make at one time here. Let's look. So we're making 1 a second. We're making 1 a second times, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. So I'm making 10 synthetic silicon every second. So 600 a minute. That's a lot of synthetic silicon at one time. Safirio! Welcome! So yeah, that's a lot of synthetic silicon happening all at one time right there. 600 a minute is what I'm pumping out from this base. It's good stuff. Good stuff. This, and I kind of stumbled across this. I didn't actually expect to hit this so well and so quickly. We kind of started this one off kind of sloppily, honestly. We just got up here and I'm like, I want more room down below, so I don't want to ship all of this down here to try to work in that area. So I'm like, well, it has to go to blocks no matter what. So I just built it right on the side of the mountain here to turn it into blocks, and then stuff it. Slowly started bringing it down the mountain into pieces. But I kept it separate. 8 and 4 on one side, 8 and 4 on the other side. Turn that into powder. Turn this into plates or sheets. And then fly in the here we'll go look at the wolfram base here real quick, and then I fly in the wire from the wolfram base over here. Sulfur extractors, man, that takes a lot to get there. Those things generate so much heat though, it's ridiculous. So this was something we spent 2 days just before I took a break doing here. Here, I'll do this one as well. Mad Irishman. I will do this in the drone view as well. Okay, so you've got the pure node right here. You've got the pure node right here. We've got a regular, and then there's a regular stuffed in here, and then all the way down there is the pour. All right, Crimson, enjoy. I need to play some more. I need to play some Icarus. I really do. I got the game and I really have been watching it, looking at it. And I really need to play some Icarus. So I take that pour and I split it in 2. And then I run to the 4 and bring the 4 up to the 12. And then I run 1 set into wire. and one set into powder. And so, and then I've got huge storage, and I've got some where I ship out the, what is that? That's wire, and I ship out the powder. But for some reason, something is not working here because something is not working here. Because none of this is getting anything. Okay, it's got wire. Oh no, okay, no, it's got it. We're good, It's working, I just couldn't see it. So yeah, this is the Wolfram base. I'm telling you, you pump out so much powder and so much wire here that you got it for days on this spot. Got it for days. All right, let's go back. I did not. Let me go back here and relabel this, because if not, I'm going to... Yeah, okay. I'll forget where I'm at. Okay, now we need... It's going to be near the glass base. That's what we got. Okay, let's just see if crap's working here. Okay, we've got synthetic silicon. We have made hardening agent. Now I need to put storage for hardening agent. Okay, let's drop some freaking fat storage for hardening agent. Can I get 2 in here? Can I get 2? Come on. Oh, God, this game, this cursor sometimes irritates the shit out of me. Okay, synthetic silicon. No, hardening agent. Ooh, almost messed that up. Hardening agent, okay. Played around, so if you didn't see, on the Discord channel, I did post that Coffee Stain Studios was doing a sale, a publisher sale, and they had Lightyear Frontier and Satisfactory on sale. Super exciting there. And I just saw somebody else was doing another sale today too. That just came up on my radar. I meant to go look at, but I didn't. All right, we are pumping it all in. Everybody's rolling. You know, one of the things that we need to set up, though, is an intermediate building material supply line. We don't have that. We have nothing. We're having to hand jam that stuff out. Not that it's a big deal, but when we get tier 3 rails, they use intermediate, and that's going to be... there's going to be a lot of these we're going to probably want to upgrade to the intermediate. Especially like this case here. This could use intermediate, so it's just going. Phew. All right, so we need 600. I think it's 600 to unlock the next. To unlock the piece that we need for liquid helium. In the compounder, liquid helium needs 600 hardening agent. Oh, then we need another 500 for lenses. Okay, so we've got to let that run just a little bit. All right, we need to find turbines. We need to figure out where we're doing turbines, because that's one we don't have. Let's go look at the nozzle valve base. Yeah, this is the base I was looking for. Okay, we're making nozzles. and probably valves up here, right? Ugh, get up there. Yeah. We need to make valves are great. We need to make turbines. Okay, so stators, rotors, impellers, and sulfuric acid. We're making impellers back over in the other spot. We're making rotors back over in the other spot. Where are we making stators? That's $1 million question right there. And I'm fairly certain we need these valves for the pump. Yeah, see, valve, turbine, impellers for the pumps. Ugh. See, as you get going on these levels, man, these 10 and 11 and 12, these supply lines are so big. So big. I don't even know if we're making super magnets anywhere. Ugh. Okay, so clearly we're not making turbines here. And we're actually probably better off to make pumps here or shift those somewhere else. I'm gonna run just because I don't think I have anything set up here. But I want to go over here and look, because I got a base here. I think there might have been a point in time I was going to make something here, but I didn't. Because we've got... Yeah, we just have it. We don't have anything built. When the hell are we going to build here? We're not even using these at this point. Oh, no, not critters in the walls. That's not good. We're not even using that iron right there. We got my wife said the neighbor's got a freaking a raccoon in their attic. You know, she saw it. She saw it the other night when she came home. I'm like, damn. We had one. So when we first moved into our house 13, 14 years ago, we had a raccoon, a mama raccoon, get up in our attic and had a baby at a litter up in our freaking attic. And where she did it, the litter was like right near where our stove was. It was right in our kitchen, so you could hear him. You could hear him in the kitchen, scratching and stuff. And we banged on the walls, banged on the ceiling, and we're a big enough pain in the ass that she packed her little squad up and rolled out. And unfortunately, because where she was at, she had stepped on a few of them and killed them. So then we had to deal with the freaking smell. Well, my fat ass couldn't get the way our roof was. It was so freaking like tight. It wasn't like one of those roofs. It was up like this. It was down tight. So I had to send my son, my skinny son, up in there to reach up in there and get the little dead bodies out of there and whatnot. And it was a couple years later, up on the roof, you hear this doo, doo, doo. We're thinking, what the hell is going on? We catch this fat freaking raccoon. You know how you have the little vent things that come up out of your roof? Was grabbing onto one of those and banging it around, trying to make space to sneak into the attic again. And we had some paintball guns. And needless to say, it learned a very painful lesson that night, to take your ass somewhere else. And we've never had a problem since. So it's always good to have a paintball gun. Turbines. I hope you don't have a... Well, a squirrel would be easier to deal with than, say, some of the other things. Okay, I need to put this in. I'm lazy here. Get up there. Nope. Squirrel would be easier to deal with than some other things. But since then, anyway, since then, we put in, like, I reinforced every entrance and exit into my crawl space 4 times over so that there was not going to be an issue ever again. Okay, so here's my rotors. And here's my impellers. So the question is where are we making stators? So I should make my impeller base here because I got at least 2 of the items that are right here. So where are we making stators? Ladies and gentlemen, where are we making stators? I don't know if we're using this to make stators, or if we have stators up here. I know we went all the way up here and we went on a grand adventure, but we didn't really build any bases up there. So I might have to check this area, and I definitely want to come over here and check this, make sure we're not making stators. We're not making... What does it take to make a stator anyway? Oh, housing and wire. Where are we making housing? We got housing over here. And we're making wire. We're making wire here somewhere. Where are we making wire? Are you wire? Nope, you're a plate. You're wire. What are we making over here? Just powder? Oh no, we're making wire here too. We're sending the wire this way. And we're shooting that wire way over. Wow, okay, wait a minute. We're sending wire all the way over here. What are we doing? Oh my Lord, here we go again. Here's the beautiful mind who cannot figure out what dumb shit he is doing now. Am I doing anything? Okay, hang on. Please tell me this is going at least somewhere. Okay, that's coming here. What are we making here? Okay, so we're making inductors here. So I could steal some of that wire over there for stators, or we can ship in some housings. StarRupture it is. Hello, dear. Oh, wait a minute. We're making that right here, aren't we? Oh my God, my brain. Stators right there. I'm making stators. Okay, so we got stators coming this way, so where are they going? Where are we sending stators to? Ugh. Okay, so we're sending stators in here, electronics. Okay, so we've got stators. So if we just grabbed that, or we came off of this and went around the backside. No, we just fly it in. That's way too far to run on a rail. Okay, so we've got stators, impellers, rotors, and what was the last thing that we needed? Son of a bitch. Come on, man. You gotta help an old man brain out here. Stators, rotors. Who was the last one? Where are my... Son of a gun. Impellers. Stators. Stators, rotors, impellers, and there's 4 items. There were 4 items. Sulfuric acid. Okay, so we fly in stators, we fly in sulfuric acid, and we have impellers and rotors that are right there. All right. All right. Now we know what we need. Now we know what we need. We got it. We got it. All right. We're going to get it. Gonna get it. Whoo-wee. It's a lot of wire getting run on that. I need tier 3s, man. Shoot that stuff a lot faster. That, or I should just fly it over. Get rid of all these long lines and just fly it over there. Make it look pretty. All right, we're doing them right here. Let's get ourselves a bit of a bait. You know what? No. Okay, so we can bring the impellers over. We can bring the stators over, or the rotors over from right there. Let's do this. Mega press. Nope, rotate. Okay. Ah. Get out of here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then I have found it to be so much easier to do this. Oh, wave. See? Right there. I just got kicked out. Ah, which way? Gotta go. I didn't even see the first warning, so I don't know what the hell. All right, safe. Do I have any ammo over here? I do have some ammo over here. Let's top off our ammo. I don't have any of this, though. That's okay. Don't really have any food. Do that. That'll top us off. All right. All right. Take a little breather here. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, come on. All right, so that's going to get us... That's going to get us turbines. And we need 200 to unlock the pumps. And somehow, I do not know how exactly we have completely missed making super magnets. That cracks me up. That somehow we've completely freaking overlooked super magnets. There's just no way that somehow we've gone this far and not done super magnets. We do need to grab some of these, though. Nanofiber. I'm not worried about it yet. We're so far away from that. We do need to grab 1,500 of those superconductors. We're right down to the end, though, I think, of stuff to make. Like, I don't think there's much more past this to make. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, so yeah, there's just LEMs there. Oh, there's an assembler. Okay, a resonator, laser emitter, scanner, pressure tanks. Oh, okay. No, we got plenty of crap to make. And then these number 11s, and then what we got? Some war bonds and some more LEMs and core amplifiers. We need these. We're level 9 on that one. We're level... Okay, and the multi-rails. Multi-rails are all great and everything, but until they fix them, I'm just not... I did find a use, though, for the multi-rails. Okay. Okay, so multi-rails. I did find a use for them. Not necessarily 5s, but the tier 2 ones. Because, so here is something that I did discover since I had a little bit of time last week because they moved my surgery day from Wednesday to Thursday. I did do a small amount of discovery in, I don't know. It's kind of stupid to say discovery, but it was kind of self-realization, I guess. That a lot of my stuff is been hampered. And I'll explain why. So, a single rail can transfer 120 items per minute, okay? Per minute. And these do 240, but I did not really piece it together very well in my head on how much 240 per minute is. And I've been stuffing a lot of raw material down a single line for 240 per minute. Prime example, okay? I've got 4 of these, right? These 4 are doing 1 every 4 seconds. Now, if we break that out, you take 60 divided by 4, and what are you, 20, 30, 15? 15. Not a big deal, right? 15, you're making 15 per each one of these a minute. So you can get away with a 60. You could get away with a single tier rail bringing these. Problem that you're going to see that we're going to run into is right now I've got 100 stacked in each one of these, right? That's immediately 400 items I can dunk out onto a single rail at one time. Well, the best rail that we've got does 240. So all of that cannot fit down this rail at one time. As you could just see, I just built 4 of these. And of these 4 right here, doing turbines, there is 400 items that are going to try to flow down this way. Now, by breaking it up, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But what we can run into, and I need a good example. I have another example on one of my other games that I've been doing testing with. Because of the way that they do their examples here, it drives me nuts because my brain doesn't work this way. But this is a normal node, and you get 4 every 2 seconds. Well, what does that mean? 4 every 2 seconds. Your brain doesn't want to math that kind of math. Well, okay, so you have to break it down or multiply it up or whatever works in your melon to sort it out. But if you want to know per minute, well, you take 60 seconds and divide by 2, and that gives you 30. Well, if you take your 4 and you divide by 2, that gives you 2. and then you go 2 times 30. There you go. Sphyrio's freaking racking it out over there. So your normal node here is pumping out more than what you can do in the beginning of the game. Okay? I just basically put it like that. Your normal node is pumping out more. Well, you can put 4 on there. That's all well and good. Problem you run into is that out of these, your line can't hold that much. Well, and 4 items per 2 second means 4 items, 4 times, 2 times 30, you're getting 60 a second. Sphyrio's is just killing the math over here today, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't 100% ready to talk about it. I had another way, but you're getting 60 per second. And these do 240 a minute on your tier 2s. If you use, and I'll use this as a great example. We'll just do this. This is a fast and easy way to show what I did. So I make the first one the triple, okay? We'll just do it like this. And as quickly as possible, I go from that to the triple. Now that triple line right there, each one of the lines, each one of those individual lines at tier 2s can do 240. At tier 1s, you can do 60 or 120. So if you have it come out of here and you have one line and then immediately shift to 3, when I come here, because it's all the same material, right? It does not matter because it's all the same material. I can use the triple rail, okay? I'm shipping all the same material through triple rails, and then I break it off separately on separate pieces of these rails. It increases my ability, my throughput on the rails. It doesn't necessarily make anything any better in the way of I want to run separate items on these individually. But if I'm running all the exact same item, I can increase my throughput on my rail lines and then break them off separately in smaller chunks. And I did this with one of my other saves. I did this, and it made a massive, massive difference in keeping everything fully loaded. Now, again, because this is a pull system and not a push system, once your supply line catches up like this is, that whole thing doesn't honestly even matter. Because as you can see, the most I'm going to get off of here is I'm going to use 4 a second. So the most I'm getting off of these 4 is 16 items coming down that rail at any one time. A tier 1 rail could do it. The only difference is the speed in which it gets here. Not a big deal. But when I start pumping a whole lot more, like pures, and I realized it with a pure, because an 8.2 exceeds the 240. So if you're running that and you're trying to run a great example, I know I'm off course here just a little bit, but I want to show you guys this simply because it makes a difference on this build over here that I rave about, and being able to build in this location. And if you want to know, this is just north of where you start, right up here above where this purple haze base is, which is one of the first places that you go for where you go for a blueprint. But this place right here has all it is tied for like the most titanium you can get in the game in one location. Because up here you have 2 pure nodes and 3 normal titanium nodes. So you're talking 12 and 16. It's just 38. 38 every 2 seconds. That exceeds anything that we have right here. And so even unless you're bringing them all down one line at a time and then you're divvying it up into single lines, but as you can see from this base, I do not do that. I mean, I divvy it up some, but this is a huge titanium base doing a whole lot of work. And if you do 12, if you do one of those 8s and one of these 4s, it exceeds the ability for one of these lines to actually bring through at 240. So this right here, again, once everything is primed and laid out and running as normal, it's not a big deal. But when you're initially setting it up, in order to freaking just chunk the throughput, you got to take it into consideration. So if what I would have done here, and I'll probably redo here in a little bit, is 8 coming down on a 2 line, put one of these in, put one of these down, further up here, and then split 3 lines and run 3 lines down to here instead of just this one. And then when I get down here, use that triple line to split up 4, 4, and 4 instead of this big line right here, because this line right here, this 240, if I had to fill all these up at the same time at 2 a second, that clearly, I mean, you don't even have to be a mathematician to notice all of the smelters that I'm trying to stuff resources to. And so this, in all honesty, is highly inefficient. When I get tier 3 lines, I'll definitely be putting them in, and it still won't be enough. So the way that I broke this out, yeah, it's great for, resource wise. And once it's all loaded and everything is at regular level, it's okay, but it's not very efficient in transporting that amount of goods, raw materials down here to be smelted. It just isn't. And that's where that triple line piece comes through, as long as you're moving just one set of goods for now. Now, when they get it fixed and each line stays independent, then that'll take that away. But you still want to break it out as quickly as possible. If that made any sense whatsoever. Hopefully that didn't sound like a complete freaking psycho. We need to go impeller stabilizer. And let's get these things done. I promise you, it is a beautiful mind. It really is. It might be a little batshit crazy, but it is a beautiful mind. All right, let's get this finished. Okay, and then regular size, regular size, regular size, regular size. Then we come off 1, go 1, 2, come off 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then come here and go all the way to the top. Oh, that's not where I want to go. Shit. rid of that. And redo here. Okay, and then we want 2 receivers. Oops, why are we going that way? And Y, hold the spot, rotate. Okay, so we're going to go there and there. And we're going to go here. We're going to go from, oopsies, now it wants to act up. Okay. So I found that doing that right there, when you're building your base, this actually setting this up and then coming back in and doing this saves you all that glitchy trouble when it's trying to recalculate the base. And then you fill in the gaps. Nicole, welcome. I'm actually doing pretty doggone well. Had the surgery got delayed from Wednesday to Thursday, but that's okay. So for being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 6 days, 5 days, I actually feel really good. It's been getting so much better every single day. Super jazzed about it. Looking forward to it. Downside is unlike some freaking surgeries, they want you to get started physical therapy right away, and this one, they don't want you to do a damn thing for 6 weeks. It was an umbilical hernia repair. Which, when it comes to having hernia repairs, that's probably, the easier one to have done. Because your umbilical already creates a little gap in that wall in comparison to, say, like, a full-blown, hernia that, blows out somewhere else. But it still deals... Yeah, it's basically, it's not your actual belly button, but where your belly button is, there's a little kind of I don't want to say a hole, but the membrane or the muscle right there is thinner, so it squeaks out in that spot. But they put mesh in there and all kinds of other stuff, and he's like, you shouldn't have any problems in the future with it whatsoever. And it wasn't horrible. I mean, it wasn't like it was some massive deal, but like all hernias, if you don't get it repaired, it just gets bigger. And that's where you can have the problems with it, is as it gets bigger. So they took care of me. They got it all fixed up. I was actually pretty fortunate. I got to have it done on the U.S. Air Force Academy, which was super cool. Their whole surgical center had just had like this really big remodel that went on. So it was a freaking really nice facility, very open, very bright and airy, and really, really, really nice. And all of the people there were freaking awesome. Super cool. And it was I want to say it was a quick in and out, but it was an in and out. Got in there, got it taken care of, and we were out in a couple hours from start to finish. But yeah, no, everybody was great. It was really nice facility to have it done in. I was very fortunate. Doctor was super cool. Very chill about everything, and now it's just healing up. First couple days were kind of rough because I'm a person who turns and flops when I sleep, and trying to roll over, not using your stomach muscles is far more difficult than you think. Okay, so we need impeller. We're doing impeller right turbine, we're shipping in stators and sulfuric acid. But yeah, no more pain meds. All that business is all good. We're all straight and rocking and rolling. Turbine stator. And turbine acid. Okay, so those are all connected. All these are connected. We just got to run them down from up there and from up there somewhere. We got to figure out where it's at. Let's put in a bridge. No? Okay, we'll do that. All right, where are our stators? Okay, we're trying to stuff everything that way, but I want it to come back out this way. Okay, we're gonna do this. I can't go underneath that. Damn it, I gotta go over that. Talks. Okay, I'm gonna tie in right here. And then I'm gonna try to sneak. I'm gonna try to sneak down there. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, I can do it. Okay, we need to take this out though, because I want to put this in. Y'all should see me play freaking Satisfactory sometime. I don't think this is bad. Okay. All right. Now we need this one here, and we're gonna come from here. Come on, connect. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're... Okay, all we got to go do now is we got to send the stators over here, and we have to send sulfuric acid over here. Okay, so stators are at the main base, and we just jumped down, and we needed to actually go over there and speed ourselves over to the main base. We are getting turbines. Main base. Hernias scare me. That's like, to be honest, not like scared of the fact that I don't want to freaking move kind of scared, but hernias are scary because, like, if it's big enough and stuff and you don't get it taken care of, it actually can it can hurt you. Like, you end up having, like, it can get twisted, and you can get it can get infected and get necrosis on it, and like all kinds of bad stuff can happen from hernias. And so I'll admit, I was pretty stressed about the whole hernia thing, because that's almost as bad as what's that freaking show that, like, not Lifetime, like National Geographic does, that's like the the thing inside me or whatever that they do, that's like, it's scary as hell. Okay, let's see. If I'm correct, I have to wait for Rupture to... Yes. Yeah, as soon as a Rupture goes off, then you can run into the sulfurs and put the things down on it. Once you've capped all of the sulfur nodes, then you can go in there anytime you want. We're going to see if this works the way I want this to work. Somehow I don't, this is not going to work exactly how I would like this to work. Okay, stators, and then we need to go to here, turbine. And then stators and turbine. Now we've got to go get sulfuric acid. So we'll pop over here, and we got to run off to the sulfuric acid. And do that. Do we not have... It's probably going to be the glass base, isn't it? Yeah, it's the glass base. Alright, we got to go find... So we've got plenty of it. Are we using this anywhere? We're not using this anywhere. Oh, that's so awesome. Are we using this one anywhere? Ah, we sent it over to batteries. Okay, so we need another one of these. Here. And we gotta do this, and we gotta go do this, and then we gotta take this and go here and send it to the turbine acid. Okay, all well and good, but this place is so freaking hot right now. We've got to put down some amplifiers. We got to reduce the temperatures. Okay. Transports has numerous times, but yeah. It's got that quality. All right, so we should be making turbines now. I'll be playing 7 Days to Die here in... Well, it'll be 6 Eastern. So whatever time zone you're at, base it off of the Eastern time zone, and that's when I'm playing 7 days. All right, let's, we need like 1,100 hardening agent. Wow, we have rocked on the hardening agent. Well, let's see, what do we got? 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're 16. My time right now is 1:39. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, cool. I don't know. I started at 4 Mountain. What do you mean wrong? He's not wrong. It's 1:39 right now in my time zone. And that is the right time of my time zone. Okay, mega press. Nothing there. Compounder. Okay, so 500 there. Hang on, we needed 6. I thought we needed 600. There it is. There's a 600. There we go. Okay, so now we can make liquid helium. No, I'm mountain time zone. Okay, liquid helium. Now we got to do a compounder. We got to make a compounder, and we got to do liquid helium. Compounder, and liquid helium. Let's get that over here. Dump that in there. All right. Okay, right now, we're probably going to have to ship this off, right? But I'm fairly certain I need to go up on the hill. Pressurized helium base, here we go. All right, so now we have to build a compounder. Let's just build the compounder over here right now because I don't know what I need. All right. Oh, there's synthetic resin. Hardening agent, sulfuric acid, calcite sheets, and pressurized helium and hardening agent. Wow, okay. So we need a lot of hardening agent. Well, I should be, unless Salt Lake doesn't change their time zones. Oh, well, Nicole, we're going to solve that problem right this second. Oh, let's see if it goes through. I don't know if this is going to go through. We'll see if my chat lets me send it through. Did either of those links come through? Or to give gook garbage? Doesn't that freaking figure? That just freaking... Oh, okay, that sucks, because that means that nothing I do with my freaking... my Discord can actually go through. How? Oh, how? How, oh, how can I do this? Well, the channel is survival_gem. It's not. I don't know how to do that. You should. We'll move this in here. So we're gonna get the death screen here. Actually, no, I don't want that screen. Stop. You go over there. And you come over here. So you should be able to go down here to, on your Discord, on the bottom, it should, as you can see on the left there, it says add a server. And if you click on that and you hit join a server, you should be able to put in, we'll see if it, okay, it's wanting the link, son of a gun. Oh, go to the Discover. And if you go to the Discover and you go up into the search, Oh, really? They're going to be like that to me too? Okay, well, that's not working either. Here. We'll just do that. That's all you need is that invite right there. There you go. This HTTPS, that should, I don't know if that's probably too small, but HTTPS colon / discord.gg / lowercase p, lowercase z, uppercase U, the number 4, uppercase K, uppercase J, lowercase z, uppercase P, the number 4, and uppercase R. And that should get you into my Discord. Hopefully that works. If not, I will try to do a post, a regular TikTok post, and put it in the description portion of the TikTok post, and maybe it comes through that way. Firestorm, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we can try it a couple of ways. Crap. Okay, well, Nicole, I'll try to figure something out. Somehow, there's got to be some kind of way that I can put it, linked it somewhere, somehow. There's got to be. Just not 100% sure. If you go over to, I know for a fact that if you go over to Twitch, okay, if you go over to Twitch and you look up survival_Jim, you will find me there. And right on the About Me should be right there, should have a spot where you can click that takes you directly to the Discord. And it should just pop you straight over. Shouldn't be any big deal. Should be pretty easy to get it from there. It's there on YouTube as well. It's the same on all accounts, survival_Jim. So the links should be in those and should be easy enough to find. I hope. If not, I'll have to find a way to solve that, because I do put announcements and stuff in the Discord, and I do talk about the things on Discord. So, okay, we need liquid helium. So we need the hardening agent. We need basically all of that hardening agent has to come up here. Actually, it'd probably be easier to send this helium down there, because the hardening agent's down there, the sulfuric acid is down there, and the calcite sheets can be made right there. Okay, let's get rid of this. Figure out how to jump my happy butt back up on top of this place. Okay, so let's put in a couple of cargo dispatchers here. One, we'll put 2 in. We'll see if that works. Okay, that'll put those there. And then we need to go back down to the glass. Okay, so we've got that. That's going in. The hardening agent is right there. Sulfuric hardening agent. And then we need to bring in the stuff from up there. Which side? Do we have... Are we making calcite sheets, or is everything powder? What are we making over here? These are all blocks. And then what are we making? We're making powder. Oh, crap. Okay. We could probably steal some of this calcite and make some sheets. Because we're not using very much of that down there. Actually, I could snag it right off there, pull it this way, and we could do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're gonna figure this out. I think right in here, right? I think this is where we're gonna do it. That's the low spot. Raise that all the way up, and then we hit Y, and we do this. Yeah, I knew we were going to get too steep right there. I was trying to steal as much as I could off of that. That's okay. We just come this way. No big deal. Okay. All right, we'll do that. We don't want to. We're gonna do this. This is gonna come out. It's gonna be a little chaos. I promise. It will make sense momentarily. It will. I promise. Okay, so we want to use. Let's put in our compounders first. Let's just drop one down to start with. I gotta bring in. Was it 3 items? I think it was 3 items. So let's do this first. Of course it did. Why would it want to be nice and easy? Oh, we only need 2 items. Okay. What the hell was 3 items? What was it? Oh, because I was thinking of that. Okay. Man, we're gonna have to find a way to make this work. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 of these. I don't. 3 might be a bit much. I don't know how well. Okay, let's take these out. Focus. All right, let's get some. Let's get some stuff running here. Okay. Now we need to put in a receiver because we want it to come here. We're going to go here, go there. And what are we making here? We're making liquid helium. Okay, so we'll send the pressurized helium there. Now, we've got to get from there over to here the hard way. You know, let's do this. Let us use our big mammal brain like this. Okay. Now we can come out of there and we should be able to come to here. And then from here over. Now, let's see if we can make this work. From there to there. And from there to there. And let there be power. Okay, now we got to go back up top to the pressurized helium. Connect those, and we will be rocking. Okay, let's ditch this. And let's fix the hole in the ground. And we'll do this. We'll do one of these right there. Whoopsie. Grab that. Grab that. Here. There. There. Grab that. Pressurized helium. You have to go to here. And same here. Pressurized helium. Scroll to the bottom. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are rocking and a rolling. We'll drop that in there. Call that good. Okay. All right, problem solved. Woo, I'm telling you, I am so glad that we got the teleporters unlocked, because that would just continue to shock. Guess what we didn't go do, though? Give you one guess. Guess what we didn't do and finish? Storage for the turbines. Yeah. And yeah, if we told these what to make. Okay. There we go. 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 Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, these make so breathe. These make so slow. Well, I guess not horribly slow. One every 3 seconds. That's not horribly bad. That's going to take a while. somebody, these guys. Whoo, it's a long, long way. I want to save that though. I want these to build up because if I'm not mistaken, we do have to use this to unlock some stuff. Let's just go look real quick. This is what we need. Okay. Magnets, turbines, we need 200 of those. Okay, compounder, yeah, we need 400 of the liquid helium, and then some tubes to make nanofiber, and then we're going to have to make that for the lenses. So we do have to make a spot to do this. Man, there's so... How do I get 2 of those in here? And I'm overheated. Ooh, we're going to have to deal with overheat. Okay. We are overheated, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm so glad I noticed this right now. Because we are freaking rocking hot on this spot. And we don't have... Okay, that one's good. We don't have enough, I'm not got enough yeah, I don't have enough resources to make this happen. Oh, this bastard's never gonna freaking cool off. Crap. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna hide for this. Let's go get a good view. Boop. Oh, shoot. Freaking hairs are poking through my shirt, man. So irritating. Run around with my shirt pulled up till my belly hair gets freaking long enough. That's the only downside about literally every freaking surgery out there is when they have to shave a spot. I remember when I had to have my first shoulder surgery. So, funny story, when I had my first shoulder surgery, of course, they tell you, you know, don't shave yourself when you're having a surgery. You know, this nurse or staff or whatever will shave the appropriate area for you and take care of that stuff and whatnot. And so, you know, I didn't, and I'm not like a hairy person. And I wore shirts all my life. And so my shoulder and everything is completely, I mean, it's really pretty much skin. And I got the standard guy hair around my nipple kind of deal. And the lady came in and she's working to shave my shoulder and everything. And then she kept going towards the center of my chest. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What are you doing? Are you trying to shave my nipple off for me? What? I remember it felt so awkward, made me feel so nervous when she was doing it like that. I was like, what are you trying to do? Because, like, she was started way up on my shoulder, you know, and she's getting the back of my shoulder and everything. And, of course, because, you know, I've got, you know, the shirts always rub on my shoulder. I don't have any hair on my shoulders, you know. but she did it, and they really, I mean, the furthest scar I have is literally like right on the front of my shoulder. There's no reason to come all the way over into the center of my chest, but she just kept on going, kept on. I'm like, okay, hang on, back off now. I'm just trying to make sure there's, it's all taken care of. I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's good. We're good. Leave it alone. That was one of the first times I had surgery. It was so awkward. It felt so weird. Okay, we got a whole section here that is just totally shut down. Oh, I can't even access it until I cool it off. Here, we'll just do this on our own. It doesn't take long. We gotta come back and put some coolant stuff on here. Oh, we need to get the we need to get the big one. Missed the rupture by 30 seconds. Yeah, it happens. No, this is what I want to look at right here. Okay, which one unlocks the next tier? Of course it is the electromagnetic coil. The one thing we have not been working towards. This is what I need right here. Crap. Okay, so we have not done anything. We can make them, right? We need to get these, which means we need to do the super magnets. Where are the super magnets made? Super magnets are made here. And that is in the furnace. Oh, man. Do we have a furnace right here? We do have a furnace right here. I need to go see what the stuff is. Oh, Nicole, you're good. Knee surgeries nowadays, oh my goodness. Are like super freaking amazing. And it all depends on what you got to get. I mean, that also is the question. If you're getting a whole, like, full-blown freaking knee replacement, man, you go in, you get it done, and they literally are like, okay, we need you to get up and start walking around, and bam, off you go. And as long as you're good with the physical therapy, easy peasy. Nowadays, knee surgeries are they've done so many of them now that, like, they have that down. Most of those guys that do orthopedic surgeons can do that in their sleep. That's super easy stuff with knee surgeries nowadays. Yeah, Safario, that's a close call right there, my dude. These are not going to go down by themselves, are they? Oh, it's super easy then, Nicole. You got this. No big deal at all. Yeah, no, that's so much easier. Just getting those knocked out. Like my dad had both of his done at the same time, and he was up walking around pretty quick. Those are, and nowadays the technology that they have to do those is so much better. Literally the worst thing about knee surgeries now, especially if it's a total replacement, is the, like, trying to do the physical therapy and then the breaking down the scar tissue to keep it from to keep it from building up, because that's where people have the worst trouble when it comes to knee surgeries is they don't do the physical therapy like they're supposed to, and then it gets the scar tissue gets built up, and then it turns into a whole big thing that is just, it becomes so much worse and so much more painful because of the scar tissue. For the most part, after that, it's as long as you're up with the physical therapy portion of it, it's you'll find it's super easy. It really is. Nowadays, the equipment and the stuff they use to do the knee surgeries is so much more simpler than what it used to be. Like I said, my dad got both of his replaced at the same time, and I swear my mother was so mad at him because she couldn't keep his punk butt off of the freaking, like, his normal job is to do construction work. And I remember freaking my mom telling me that, like, she had to tell the construction guys that worked for my dad to keep him off of the roof of houses, because he wanted to just go off and do his normal job and climb up on the roof. He owned a company, so I was like, dude, what are you doing? You don't need to be doing this. He would, though. So yeah, he was up pretty quick at it. It's just the biggest thing is the physical therapy. If you don't follow the physical therapy and get up and get moving, then everything gets tight, and then scar tissue tries to build up, and then that's what actually starts to hurt, is that scar tissue build up that's pinching in there from your body trying to deal with that garbage, and that's what causes a lot of people problems with full knee replacements, where I'm referring to. I think you'll do great, though. I think you'll be doing just fine with it. You'll be surprised. 90% of it's going to be in your head. You're going to be nervous about it because you heard about somebody. But I'm telling you, my dad had both of his replaced. Christy, who's not on here right now, she's had both of hers replaced. The biggest thing is physical therapy. Just got to be top on that physical therapy. Get moving, bending them, because if you don't, then that's where it hurts. All right, we need to start building a intermediate building material construction here, because we're doing, and I just ran past of it. All right, Casey, catch you later. Froze while we're waiting for it to save. There we go. Ran by. Oh, no. Yeah, if your knees are killing you right now, I'll guarantee you it's not worse than what you're dealing with now. No, Christy had... Oh, then you'd be good. Oh, Nicole, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it then. Okay, we are pumping out... Okay, where are we using... We are shipping out... Oh, the sulfuric acid. That's what we're shipping out for. Yeah, Safiria, you got lucky, dude. We are not producing enough sulfuric acid. Why? Because we are not producing enough wolfram powder. Why? We could ship in a whole bunch of wolfram powder, but we need to... Okay. All right. Focus on one problem at a time. Crammon, you got squirrel going on again? Holy cow. I see a problem, I'm like, I gotta fix that problem. No, finish what you're doing. I love this game. This game is an absolute freaking blast to me. There's a lot to learn to this game. Um, to be honest, there's a lot going on in the game itself. There's a lot of stuff to little different problems to solve, but every game is slightly different. Um, I have uh, I have done um, 4 or 5 different save games now, and every one of them is got just a little bit different in the way that I'm processing stuff, or the way that I'm creating things, the way that I'm thinking about stuff. It's every time it's different. Where my base sits, how I'm managing heat, things like that is just it's always something a little different. There's always something a little bit that you're learning, and but I also go back to, this game has a lot of satisfactory in it as well. And I hate to compare this game to Satisfactory in the aspect that Satisfactory is its own, it's got its own thing going on, and this game has its own thing going on. But they're both factory management, logistic management type of games, and so that gives them, puts them in the same category. But everything is a little bit different. Though everything is set up a little bit different. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you just a little bit about what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna go back in here because I hate to. I know the game doesn't move without you being in it, but I'll show you just a little bit about this game and what I mean by being different in a lot of the aspects with it. I'll bring up one of my other save games that I've got going on. Let's go this one. 4217. Okay. Cake Raider. Yeah, I do. I'm with you on that. I love the demand based versus the just constantly trying to stuff it down your throat. They are a little bit different though, in the aspect that visually, for me, when I see belts being clogged, that tells me that there's something I could do there to create more products. And in this case, there's not that visual representation of that. However, I just set up what I want, and I don't feel that overwhelming need that I have to create more, that I have to use more, because I don't. I just use what I need, and then I move on. And my belts aren't clogged with all kinds of material and stuff. So it's a visual way of determining how you want to see things. I like the idea. I have less stress playing this way, because if I see stuff sitting somewhere, it tells me there's a big problem. Whereas in, say, Satisfactory, you're always seeing stuff sitting on the lines and on the conveyor belts, and it's always there. I mean, it's always there. And so that it visually tells me, okay, you could be more efficient. But then I'll spend hours and hours and hours on one little bitty problem trying to be more efficient, because of the way Satisfactory's set up, that you can make these such minute tweaks in how efficient each one of the each one of these things works. And so you can make very minute adjustments, and you can spend so much time doing that. It becomes overwhelming. Whereas in this one, I don't feel that overwhelming feeling at all. So like you saw my last base, the playthrough that we're currently working on, this time when I went through, I changed things up. And as soon as the initial area opened up, I changed it so that I'm making my building material here, all the way up to my intermediates, and that's what I'm building here. Um, and if I go to one of the other bases that I have, this base right here is literally pumping out iron plates. That's the whole life of this base right here, is just to crank out as many iron plates as I can crank out. And then I ship them off to wherever I'm building something else. So a different mindset in this playthrough than I'm using in the current playthrough. In the one that we're playing. Yeah, titanium, I'm sorry. Titanium. Ceramic and inductors. Again, ceramic items and inductors go together. So here, the first thing I started building was ceramics. And that was the primary thing. Everything I can do to pump out as much ceramics as I can pump out. And then I realized, okay, in making all these ceramics and shipping them off to where I need them, oh, well, right in between these two locations is what I need to make the inductors. And so now I'm making a ton of inductors. But again, I'm shipping in tubes. And I have another base elsewhere that is just making only tubes. I'm using every ounce of power of the resources in that area to make just tubes. Whereas in my current playthrough, I'm doing something, I'm kind of making stuff like a part per area. A little bit different mindset in the way that I'm working on it and I'm doing it. And so it's just every time you play the game, you come up with something just a little bit different to do. However, what I'm really happy about on this save is how I got this set up so that all of my basic building material and my intermediate building material are all being made right here. Automated. I don't have to do anything. I just grab whatever I need for building and I pop into my deal and I'm gone. And so that's kind of the interesting thing. An element to this game that I love so much is every time you play it, there's just little pieces that you can learn and add to. And I don't think that any one way is better or worse than another way. They're just different ways for the same thing to work. Whereas in, like I said, again, Satisfactory is a separate game, but it's still a factory game, and there really is, I mean, it is way faster. So, okay, so let's go back to this one. You can use 2 dispatchers to 1 receiver. And that makes it super quick. You could probably use more dispatchers to 1 receiver. I haven't tried 3. 2 seems to be the good number. And because there is no there really is no physical movement on the screen. Like when one of these does it, you just have something that shoots up into the air. And then on the receiver side, you just see something come in. And so when it comes to game performance, that makes the game run so much better. It runs a whole lot faster that way. Okay, I guess I don't need this. We're going to drop that. So yeah, the in my other playthrough that I'm just testing things out and doing ideas on my own, I've gone to pretty much just every area is different. Like in that game, this area right here is doing calcite powder, and the other one right there in this area is doing calcite sheets. Um, Now, initially, you still have to use and transport some stuff via rail lines, but as soon as you unlock the dispatcher and the receivers, ditch all those extra lines and then just fly it back and forth. Because for here, this turbine, these stators, I'm 100 out of 100, and it moves so much quicker. Even though it's just literally right over there is where it's bringing it to. And then again, performance wise, you don't have a lot of moving parts. There's nothing going through the air. There's no indication of anything happening. It's just there. All right, let's get ourselves some storage. There. And then let's go out there. I almost, when in one of my other saves there that I screw around with, um, I don't I don't have these tier 2 storages, and it sucks because they can store so much more room. Which to me, I think this is one of those element things in the game where it doesn't make the greatest amount of sense. I saw you. Where did you sneak in from? Um, it doesn't necessarily make sense because your standard storage is 4, and then your tier 2 storage immediately goes to 16. That's a pretty big jump. All right, let's bring all this down here. Let's make this look a little nicer. Okay, so now we've got turbines going. We've got liquid helium going. We've got hardening agent going. What are we now missing? All right, liquid helium. We'll start doing that here in just a minute. I was letting that stuff fill up. Turbines, the same thing. We've got to let that roll and do its thing. Electromagnetic coil, I think, is the next thing that we need to work on. And actually, we can make pumps to get this up. Not that that exactly matters. We need these. So electromagnetic coils. You know, I found that the redesign is not that big of a deal, to be honest. It's all of the when you're tearing things down, it's the stuff that's currently in the system that sucks to have to deal with. Because when you delete that, then it takes all 16 stacks and tries to dump it into your inventory. You're like, I don't want all that garbage. So then you have to, and there's no good way to just delete it. You have to go drop it. But if you drop it right where you're going to build, it blocks your ability to build right there until it disappears. So that's the annoying part to me of say a redesigning a base is that part. Okay, we need to do. Is it furnace? It's the furnace, right? We need to do super magnets, wolfram plates, chemicals, and we don't. Okay, so we have to solve our chemicals problem. While this is all running, let's go take our quick trip across the deal to the calcite base. We need to solve our chemicals issue. We do not have enough chemicals pumping into here. No, into here. Making the chemicals. And that's because we don't have enough wolfram powder. And we need to get more wolfram powder. Now, why do we not have enough wolfram powder? We are pushing quite a bit down the line. Do we need to add another line? That might be the question here. Yeah, see, we're stacked up. Like this last one isn't even pushing out any powder right here. So here's the piece. All right, so this is how we're gonna do it. This is how we do it. Okay. We are going to do that. No. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're going to do this. We're actually trying to send it down. Okay, let's just do one of these right there, and then we're going to do this. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. I know it is, but that's all right. Because we are making enough wolfram powder. We've just got 2 of these that are not even doing anything. Okay. Redesign time. Redesign time. We're gonna freaking... Okay. Alright, let's go see where these are going to. It's these 2 right here. We've got 2 separate lines that are running powder down here. So one line is coming here to do ceramics. And one line is going that way. And we have the wonkiest, weirdest... Okay. I don't know how well this is going to work. Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to make this work. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do... No, I need to do this as quickly as possible. That's the kicker here. So if we do a single, let's get a little bit of vision here. One right there. One right there. Now, we take the multi-rail here and here. And we take your multi-rail. I really wish we could turn these just a tad at 45 angles. Because this is so irritating. We're going to force feed so much material through here. It is going to be ridiculous. we're going to test this. We're going to test this theory. Now I have an applicable reason to give this theory a full freaking run. So we're going to test it. We need to move our happy butt down this way. It's all the same material, so I don't care if it's a crossover, but each one of these lines right here can handle 240 pieces of material at a time. So it doesn't matter if it crosses back and forth, because again, they're all the same material. I just need to get it out of there, force fed down this line as fast as possible. And so instead of running one single line, again, yes, I could probably go ahead and just pump and ship it through space and the dispatchers and the receivers. I know, I could, but I'm not going to, because I want to test this theory that I have. And so we're going to do it like this to test the theory. Okay. Now, that's feeding those, and this was feeding that other line down there. But I don't want that to do that right now, because you are now in the way. And I want to do it over here. Okay, so now I need to do a multi-rail. Let's actually go up here and here. And then I'm going to do... I wish I could attach that right to the end of that. Okay, I want that one. Like, I wish I could just dink on the 3-rail. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work the way my mind wants it to work. And again, I should just fly it over and it would stop being an issue. And as soon as I unlock the 5-rail piece, I'd put 5-rail on here. Okay, so this one might be a bad option. Ghislaine, Ganlan, Ghislaine. I'm gonna go with Ghislaine. What's up? Welcome. Okay, we're gonna see if this works here in a second, because we've got this 3rd rail here that's gonna come this way and attach up with these guys. Okay, let's again, we're just testing a theory here. Any other case, I would really just fly. I'll just fly this stuff over here, and if this doesn't work exact like I'm thinking here, then I'm just gonna fly it over anyway. But I want to try it for future reference. Well, Don't get in your head about it. That's not good. We don't want to get in the head. We don't need to get in the head. Okay, so we need to bring 2 lanes into 1 lane here, and then 2 lanes into 3 lanes here. Where the hell are we trying to go? Got to take that break. Take a breather. Okay. Got to do some You'll do good. I'm sure that you have taken all of the extra work that you have needed to do to be able to pass the CMP. Absolutely. Fully believe you've got it. You got it handled. I know you do. I have faith in you. It's this lane right here I'm trying to come through. But we all do it. We all get in our own heads about stuff. It happens. Preparation is the key, though. And I am sure, 100% sure, that you have done the preparation. Okay, we need to come right here. So this one here, this is where we want the 3. Okay, do this. I want the 3 to 1 right here. Then we're going to take that, and we're going to go from there, and we're going to go into there. Okay. And then I think we were on the outside right here. We're going to do that, and we're going to do this, and then this one, we're going to go into there, and then this one, we're going to go into there, and then that one, we're going to go into there. Okay, now we just got to go connect them, and we'll see if this works. All right. This is going to be interesting if we get this to work. Well, I'll let you double dip. I'm not going to complain because the more viewers I have over on Twitch, the higher up in the rating it goes to be seen. So you're not going to hear me complain. Okay, let's see if this is working at all the way that I hope it might work. It sure looks like we're stuffing a whole lot more. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't tell. I can't tell if it's working or not. I think this might have been a pipe dream or a rail dream because, yeah, see, we're still in the same issue here. Yeah, yeah, damn it. Okay. Okay, so the only way to fix this is to split this into 2, and 2 going into 1 and 2 coming into the other. It's the only way to fix that. We're better. We are better. We're not solved, but we're better. Well, it's just it's just understanding the game. And then, of course, because of the way that I'm trying to do this, I'm not. I'm working with something we built like when we first started streaming this game, so it's not a like literally. If I tore this down right now, um, which literally, honestly, in my brain right now, I'm like, I need, I need more chemicals. Like I have got to pump out more chemicals. And when I look at it, I need synthetic silicon and the powder and helium. And if I look, watch this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay, where are you coming from? You're coming from right there. You're coming from right there. I'm not changing anything with you guys. Pump out as much as you can. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got a solution. We're going to get it right now. All it takes is one square. And again, with what I've learned in the game, I would be building this 100% different um, now than when I first built it. Oh, shit. Okay, where are these going? Sulfuric acid chemical stations. Sulfuric acid chemical. Okay. Oh, 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 wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Okay. Furnace, right? Yeah, furnace. Okay. Okay. We just need. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Think of scale. Think of scale here. We're gonna go one more because watch, 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 ladies and gentlemen. We are going to educate. We are going to show something spiffy. Here we go. One more again. Yep. And then guess what? Watch, watch, watch. Oh, we are really pumping it up now, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. We are going to make this happen. Let's get rid of some garbage. Let's get rid of these floors. Okay, so we want those two. Then we need to 1, 2, 1, 2. Is it right in front? They were right in front. Okay. Get rid of this. No, no, no. We don't. No, we put them in the wrong spot. Son of a bitch. One, two. 2. Okay, and then we need brain. right there. And right there. Right, and then we went full height, really. Okay. We'll go full height again. Full height again. Now, we're going this way with these. And do 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 do. You go there. Yep, it's a little bit further, but you got it. And then you, same place, same place. And let's see, you probably gonna go on the outside because you're gonna go down straight on the center. Yep. Like a butter. Okay. Biggest scam in history right there. Oh, did y'all see the latest and the greatest supposed, people have debunked it like crazy, but Mandela effect piece where they were talking about Sinbad, the actor comedian, was never in a movie called Kazam. And they were saying that, no, that never happened. He was never in that movie. And people are like, bullshit. I watched it as a kid, and people have found the VHS tapes of it and are pulling them out and being like, no, you fuckers don't have us this time. I'm loving it. Because let me tell you, I am still, we're fighting if you say that Ed McMahon never did anything for Publishers Clearinghouse. Bullshit. That Febreze didn't have two E's, like a breeze. No, it did. So, yeah. I'm like, now they were trying to say that no, he was never in that movie, and people are finding the actual movie on the internet, and people are pulling out old VHS tapes that have it. I'm loving it so much. I'm like, all you people who tried to screw us all over, saying that it's a Mandela effect, and no, people never actually freaking, this never actually happened, and it actually, everybody knows that it did. Yep. I'm like, now we got you, bitches. Okay, so we should have a whole bunch of materials in our inventory here. As long as you see the method to the madness. As long as you see the method to the madness. Okay. Actually need to take that out. You cannot do better than me. No, you can't. I am the greatest. My downside is I just have to do it in front of y'all so you can look at my shit and make it better. Oh, crap. Okay. All right. We got it. I need... Oh, now it's doing it to me. Come on now. You can do it. You can do it. My eyeball didn't want to work the right way. It's going to make it go wonky, though. You watch. Okay. Now, I have to do one of these. Right here, which is probably going to cause the whole thing to be mad at me. Okay, now this is the part where it gets all freaking screwy. Because now it's all mad. And these guys can't think for themselves. You gotta take them off the rail. This is one of those things I'm like, I can't wait till y'all freaking get this shit sorted, because this drives me bonkers. If you change anything at the end of the rail, it totally screws up everything else. I should have disconnected it from back at the beginning, let all the product run through, do its pieces, and then come through here. See, the 5-rail thing right here will be the piece that's going to work out better. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now it's all screwed up. Okay, because now these are all barfity barf. Okay, these are shorter. Screw this. I'm taking these out. Okay, now you guys are reset. All right, let's get rid of you. Okay, all right. These are a whole lot shorter. Okay. Now, this inside rail still isn't getting anything, and this one wants to barf because I put stuff in there and didn't give it permission. We gotta take this out. Some place for it to go. Why are you wanting to be a butthole? No, this is a game called StarRupture. Satisfactory is a 2D version. This game is in the same category, but newer and more closely related to Satisfactory than Factorio. Okay, we need to put okay, now I'm going to do 2 to a storage unit. And then 1 storage unit to a dispatcher. Okay. All right, there we go. Mucho better. Mucho better. I have no idea where the hell that went to. That's got to go. Yeah, you'll be all right. Quit whining. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody's cooking with Crisco now. For the most part. We got at least the first 2 rails. Oh, guess what? That's why that's not working. There we go. There we go. Now, this should be crack-a-lacking a whole lot faster. For the most part, they're staying on the lanes that they're supposed to. Huh, they're not switching as bad as they did before. We're about to have it's got real bright all of a sudden. We're about to have another rupture. I want to go down there and look, but I don't think I have a base over there to hide myself from. So we're coming here. And we'll go upstairs and take a view of the countryside. Oh. course I would drop it on the floor. I guess it's gonna freaking stay there for now. Go this way. There you go. Yeah, for not knowing what the hell we were working on, we have actually made a lot of progress today. And we still got an hour to go. Oh, shit. No, we don't, actually. We have 4 minutes. Whoopsies. We made a lot of progress. Okay, so we know we got more going there. We should go turn the liquid helium on before we call it a day. We should go turn the turbines on. I think... I can't say 100% that we've solved our problem over here, and guess what? My brain, 110% completely freaking forgot where this shit was supposed to be going. Do you guys remember where this was supposed to be going? It was sulfur. Sulfur acid chemical? I don't have a second one, do I? Okay, that's where it's going. Why are we still having trouble? Yeah, we are still not pumping out enough. We got more than enough on everything else. Just our freaking... Wolfram powder is just... I mean... Okay, well... Clearly that idea didn't freaking work. I got so much of it coming over here, I just don't understand why. Okay. Alright, we're going to run back up here real quick. We got to go figure out what the hell is going wrong up here. I just don't know how... Saving. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do it a different way. We're gonna do it a different way. Am I using all 3 lines down there? I think I am using all 3 lines. So how do we do this? How do we do this? Well, and it's that right there is what's got me. So if I break this into a 3 line, yep, we're doing it. Okay, I'm doing this. I got it. I got it. Okay. Okay. Um... There. Oh, shit. Brain is breaking. But let me tell you, we ain't got a problem now. We're eking up just a little bit at a time. Yep. One little bit each at a time. So we're doing it. It's there now. I think we're at a break even right here. But our helium is not enough. Yeah, we're gonna run out. We're gonna have issues here. Where's the freaking helium? I'm not pumping enough helium over here. So I got a silicon class 1. Why is that labeled silicon class 1? What? What are we doing? Well, I guess I didn't relabel this one, but this is helium. Okay, we need to send more helium here. And we're pumping out more than enough, so it's a helium that's hurting us. Yeah, it's helium that's screwing us right now. Now helium is our problem. All right, well, you know what? Helium is a problem for tomorrow. But we need to put more helium, and I have no idea where that's coming from. Yep, and there is the second beast of this game. Absolutely. I don't know how the hell I got it labeled that. Oh. Before we call it a day, though, I do want to come over. Let's go. How we doing? All right, we're holding our own here. Looks like we're doing all right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I think we need 200, right? 200 to satisfy the need, and then we need to put some cargo launchers. Turbines, right? Turbines. 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 All right, that covers turbines are kicking out. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Let's run over here really quick. This thing right here. Turbines. All right, now we can do pumps. Okay, and then this one here we need 400. We don't need any turbines or anything like that. So let's pop ourselves really quick over to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other. Oh, we're at a disadvantage. Oh, wait a minute. What are we doing here? Let's get that upgraded. Let's get that upgraded. What are we running around? All slow poking like. Okay, what do you need? You don't need anything. You actually do. Oh, we're rolling. We're rolling on slow. We're rolling on slow belts over here. There's a problem. Damn. All this old school stuff is rolling. All this original stuff is still rolling on the slow. On the slow bus. We gotta get this upgraded. What the hell we got going on here? Come on now. Come on now. Oopsie. Keep going. Gotta get the production line upgraded. Holy cow. Like, why is it going so slow? Goodness. Okay, looks like I got a bunch of that stuff upgraded. Okay, there's a whole section in here I never even got to. I got all kinds of extra lines running through here. Oh, shoot. Probably could take some of this out. Oh my goodness. We got to get you sped up. Holy cow. Get this cracking. Holy goodness. Okay, well, I got whole sections here that aren't even freaking running. So whatever I'm sending this to is not even being needed at this point. Tons of powder. Or wire. And this wire is all running down into these four. And these four don't need any more than what they're producing. Yeah, I don't know what the hell we got going on. We're tapping off even more than what we had. All right, well, let's run over and get the liquid, and then I got to take my break before we get into some 7 Days to Die glass base. Yeah, it's these, right? I didn't turn these on yet. Put it in place. Ooh, look at all that. Look at all that liquid helium. Boom, get it. Boom, get it. All right, now we can... I don't remember how much we needed. 400 or 600? Oh, we need to put down some more of these. See, that's where this game comes in, man. It's always one more thing, one thing you didn't think about, one more thing you got to do. 400. One more piece you got to go, one more place you got to fix. None. Okay, so it's just a 400. Sweet. Okay, let's get some of these down because we are way off. 13, 20. Wow, we're gonna need so much of these. We're only doing 20 at a time. We just got to get it to the 1400. Okay, there's 14. One more. Okay, now it won't take so long to cool off. Woo! On the way home, enchiladas. Awesome. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a great place for us to stop right there. We got everything crack-a-lacking now. We got turbines rolling. We've got liquid helium rolling. We've upgraded some of our chemicals, though we're going to have to get that crack-a-lacking even more. So liquid turbine or liquid helium and turbines are going. We're still pumping out what we need for pressurized helium here. Lenses and electromagnetic coils are the ones we've got to work on. Electromagnetic coils. Plus, we've got to fix our chemical problem because we got problems with the chemicals. We need way more chemicals than what we're pumping out. So, for today, ladies and gentlemen, that is a stream of StarRupture. We'll be back here in, like 40 minutes with 7 Days to Die. Damn! Okay, I got to quit playing. I just haven't streamed in a while, and I got into it. So, wherever you're at, have a good morning, good afternoon, and I'll see you in 40 minutes with 7 Days to Die. Catch you in a little bit.